You might have heard that live shopping is exploding. And I have to tell you, I have been on Whatnot for a couple of weeks now, and I see why it is. Now, Whatnot is my sponsor, and they are the reason I got on the platform and checked it out. I'm glad they did. They made it easy for me. I'm going to make it easy for you. I love it. Whatnot is where you get great products without paying full price. It's that simple. I'm hooked on their live shows, too. You got to see them. They're so much fun. And I see why Whatnot has climbed to the top of the App Store. And listen, if you're selling online, or maybe you have a storefront and you're hoping people will find your listing or maybe walk in your store, Whatnot flips that, because on Whatnot, you go live and you sell directly to people in real time. And I may admit, although you didn't hear from me, I may have picked up a couple of power tools or so in the past couple of days. I'm just saying. Whatnot, it's the largest dedicated live shopping platform with beauty, collectibles, electronics, luxury, fashion, even cookies, and anyone can sell. In fact, people who sell on Whatnot sell 10 times as much as any other major marketplace. That's because you're not just listing products, you're building real connections with buyers. So whether you're shopping or you're selling, download the Whatnot app today and get free shipping on your first order. Just search WHATNOT, Whatnot, in the App Store and start scoring amazing deals. So I was whining to my wife the other day, said, I need new glasses. And she said, well, get some. I couldn't tighten them anymore. They were scratched. You know the thing, right? But I didn't want to go through the process because you have to make the appointment. You have to spend weeks to get them done. And you got to pay a fortune, right? That's real. But I did. I spent $500 on frames and glasses, and that was cheap. And then I ordered a pair from my sponsor, Zenni Optical, for $70. Zenni is an online eyewear shop, prescription glasses, sunglasses, blue light lenses, starting at under $30. You go to Zenni.com, you pick a frame, upload your prescription, and they ship it to your door. No appointment, no store, no upsell at the counter. And by the way, if you are saying, do I really need new glasses, or do I have to put up with one pair to do everything I need to do for the next 2 years? No, you can get what you want starting at under $30. And if you've never bought glasses online, don't worry about it. I haven't either. Zenni has a virtual try-on so you can see exactly how the frame looks before you commit to buying them, with no salesman looking at you saying, those look good, but these expensive ones would look better. No, you don't get that. I'm excited. I can't wait to get my Zenni glasses and tell you more about them. If your glasses are overdue for a refresh, now's the time. Go to Zenni.com/podcast and use the code podcast15 for 15% off your first order. The styles sell out, so don't sit on it. That's Zenni.com/podcast. Promo code podcast15. Happy New Year. Happy 2026. Come on in. So today, if I could give you a word, not a word of the year, but a word that represented something you had to do this year that would fix everything, a 3-letter word, if I could give you that, would that be valuable? I think so.
I need a boost. I need a daily boost. I need a boost. I need a daily boost.
It is the Daily Boost from motivationtomove.com. My name's Scott Smith. Happy to have you here today. Thanks for coming in. I know not everybody's back from the holidays yet, but you are, and that's cool. And I'll do the best I can today to keep this voice together. It's been a little bit, I keep coughing. I keep it's snuffly, snarfly. You got that going on? I kind of have that going on, but we'll get the best through. So here's what happened. About 20 years ago, I started this company, and the slogan I started with, I mentioned last week, was life begins when you move. But in the past couple of weeks, I was listening back to some old stuff I did, and the theme song I had actually didn't start that way. It started with the words, when life gets in the way. And as we go into 2026, that's where we are, because life has been getting in the way. So a couple of quick stories. We're going to lead to a moral of the story and a lesson at the end. And you're going to say, wow, if I do that, I can change anything. Life gets in the way, huh? Over the holidays, it was tough. I had a toilet break. The handle broke. It was a fancy toilet. And I looked inside. I said, I've never seen it before. I don't think I could fix that, but probably can go down to Home Depot and fix it. I went down there. Nobody had any parts to fix this fancy toilet. I went to the fancy toilet store. They didn't have any parts either. I couldn't fix the toilet. And my wife said, well, how am I going to pee in the middle of the night? I had a problem. And right after that, it was going to be 32 degrees here in the Port Orange, Daytona Beach area. I have a gas fireplace. I was going to use it for the 10 times a year I get to use it. So I'm not real experienced with gas fireplaces, but it wouldn't work. I had to fix it. I couldn't find anybody to help me. They wouldn't come out. So I had to figure it out myself. My fireplace broken. What am I going to do? So I dug in, got a soldering iron, and started learning how to fix a fireplace. It took me 5 hours, by the way. Then my battery died in my wife's car. Well, it was draining. It was parasitic bleed, I guess they call it. And she said, my battery's going to die. I'm going to be stranded. Well, she wasn't going to be happy. Her toilet is broken. Her fireplace is not working. And her battery's not reliable. I had to fix that too. This was the day before New Year's Eve. And so I am totally 100% completely obsessed on fixing these broken things to keep my wife happy and me happy too, because I want a warm fireplace too. I got it all done. Got it all working, feeling like a real manly man. And I just relaxed. My son-in-law called and said, hey man, you want to go fishing? I said, yeah, let's go fishing. I said, you promise I'm going to catch something? He goes, well, no. I said, I need a guarantee, man. So he said, yes, you're going to catch something, even if I have to do it for you. And he did. He caught me a flounder and let me pull it in. And then guess what happened? I'm at church. Now, a lot of people at church, I do tech. I do audio for the church. I've done audio forever. And through the holiday season, they called me and they said, we got a lot of younger guys who are taking trips and with their family. Would you mind picking up some services? And I said, okay, I did 14. It was a lot. The last one, 2.5 minutes before, we're supposed to go 300 people there waiting for this service to start. And the computers went bad. The monitors went out. The audio started glitching. And we're like, what are we going to do? The band's coming on stage. It's like, we're ready to go. We're 2.5 minutes to go, right? 10 seconds to go. It wasn't working. I only had one thing I had to do. And every one of these cases had to be fixed. When it's August here in Florida and it's 95 degrees and 100% humidity and your air conditioning goes out, it has to be fixed. Man, I now have a working toilet, a warm fireplace, a reliable car, and a problem for inspirational church. It just works. We need all that, but it had to be fixed.
I'm not giving up. I am selling the building.
The final season of FX's The Bear.
The restaurant is flooded.
Everything's either going to be okay.
No, stop.
Or not.
We are outgunned and we are outmanned, but we have each other.
FX's The Bear, the final season. All episodes now streaming on Disney+.
The past year, I work with clients. I work with a lot of clients. I do a lot of calls every single week. And it doesn't matter what they come to me for. They can come to me for a dream, an ambition, something they want to do. They want to face their passion. It's a group I've taught forever. But there's a problem with face your passion. People get into it, and suddenly they run out of money. And they can't continue. They run out of runway. How do I leave my job? How do I leave without blowing things up? How do I make this happen? How do I switch careers? How do I do this? We got to fix it. We got to make more money. What do you have to fix? What do you have to fix? That's the big question. Because a lot of people lean into the motivational side this time of year, and God knows, I'm in the motivational side, all right? I just believe in that stuff. Motivation is great to get you going, but if it's broke, you got to fix it. That's why people tell me all the time, like a life coach will say, you're not broken. I say, yeah, talk to the person who has the problem. They may not be broken, but something is. So as I move back into this year, I'm focused on one thing for you. We're going to fix stuff. We're going to fix that crap, okay? Whatever it is. Years ago, when I started this company, I told you about my theme song, and it started with the words, when life gets in the way, I've got a plan, and I'm okay. That's what we're doing in 2026. I'm going to take all the aspiration and dreams and motivation that you have. I'm going to wire that up and we're going to have a good time with it. But you know what? We're going to fix stuff. Because life is about meeting life right where it meets you. Head-on moments. And fix what's broken. Get it done. Move on. Get that peaceful base we love to talk about. That is my plan for you in 2026. I hope it's okay. I'll tell you more about how I'm going to be doing that, but mostly it's going to happen right here on this new and improved and a little bit shorter Daily Boost podcast. I'll see you tomorrow.